Major new drama with Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, and how pals and family are worried that this will mess up with Ben Affleck's sobriety. We got to talk about this and a lot more, but before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian and I spill pop culture tea videos every single day. So if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. You guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new, the whole vibe is like we're on a FaceTime call and we're just hanging out. My videos are a little late today. I went to have some self-care, got a little haircut, I did a little quarantine, treatment, and we're just kind of like taking a little moment for ourselves, just to kind of like pamper ourselves a little bit. I think it's very important to not neglect yourself. So this is your sign to take 5 minutes today to do something that will bring you happiness and it will make you feel good on the inside. So anywho, Jennifer Lopez is not going through the best time this week because apparently her movie, you guys, is just closing in on the $1 million in the box office. Ooh, girl, somebody needs to check on Jennifer Lopez. Walter Mercado, you gotta come back, girl. What's happening? Listen, Jennifer Lopez, first weekend box office of her new movie, Kiss of the Spider-Woman, allegedly opened with $1 million, you guys. $1 million. Girl, look at these movies in comparisons. These are movies that were made as well. Remakes, sequels, you name it. Listen, Freakier Friday, the sequel, made $31.2 million the first weekend. Gabby's Dollhouse, girl, $26 million the first weekend. The Conjuring made $83 million the first weekend. Taylor Swift's movie, $50 million. $50 million its first weekend. And girl, flashback to Jiggly, the movie that Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck did together back in 2003, made $3,753,000. Best friend, listen, girl. What I think is, first of all, girl, she's gonna need a melatonin or a glass of wine tonight, bitch, because $1 million, listen. So $1 million, you guys. I mean, it is actually really, really crazy because a lot of people who have seen the movie say that it's amazing, say that it's powerful, and it's Latino representation and queer representation, and it's just a very powerful remake, and it's giving Latinos a voice in the queer community and all that. So I love that because I'm Latino and I'm queer, so of course I want to support it. We just haven't really been able to to go and see it because it always falls to the floor, our plans. But a lot of people who have seen it say that it's amazing and that the cast is amazing. Even J-Lo's amazing. There's Oscar buzz. But because it's Jennifer Lopez, a lot of people are saying, I'll just wait until it's on a streaming network, or I'll just wait until this. I'm not going to go and support her. So people are really taking this hatred towards J-Lo and kind of punishing the rest of the people. And now she's working on a new movie. So J-Lo's going to quickly become the one actress that everybody's going to be terrified to work with, because they're going to be like, shit, like if I work with her, our movie's going to flop automatically, right? It's just one of those things where I feel for J-Lo. I really truly do, because I just feel like, last year and the year before, there was a lot of issues with her, right? There was a lot of people saying, how Jennifer Lopez, she is mean and she's rude and don't look at her in her eyes, and, flop after flop, and the divorce with Ben Affleck and how she thinks she's better than everyone. If the world thinks like this about you, right? And how she said it herself, she said, look, I learned a lot, to better myself. I'm definitely not the person I was last year. All of these things. I feel like she should go into, let's do a makeover of my image right before I put out any more movies. So for example, help out Puerto Rico, help out the Bronx, help out the people closest, the things that represent you, right? Like, if Jennifer Lopez would have taken this year, not released anything, right, and just kind of like dedicated her life and her fortune and her name to helping out, to go to Puerto Rico, help out her people, talk about certain situations that Latinos are going through, stand up for communities, and just kind of like be a good person and give back, people would have said, damn, like, you know what? Props to J-Lo for doing this, props to J-Lo for doing that. But she doesn't really use her platform for good. I know she's done some great things in the past, but what I mean is, if your image is on the floor because people believe that you are a horrible person, then you got to do something about it, even if it's just to fix your image. Well, anyways, Ben Affleck. Okay, Ben Affleck's friends are deeply concerned for his sobriety, as the actor is thought to have secretly rekindled his relationship with Jennifer Lopez. It could be Benefit 3.0, girl. The pair, is said that they reconnected in the New York premiere of their new movie, Kiss of the Spider Woman, and that allegedly that sparked up the romance again. The chemistry between them is obvious, and it stirred up a lot of feelings, but people close to Ben are worried. They feel this reunion could leave him emotionally vulnerable, which is risky given everything. Obviously people are saying his sobriety. Affleck has been candid about his battle with alcohol addiction, admitting it worsened during the collapse of his marriage to actress Jennifer Garner. Quote, I drank relatively normally for a long time, he said in 2020. What happened was that I started drinking more and more when my marriage was falling apart. This was in 2015, 2016. My drinking, of course, created more marital problems. Friends now fear the renewed attention on his relationship with Lopez could trigger old habits. Another insider claimed that Ben's really trying to keep himself steady, but the constant media frenzy that follows Jennifer is overwhelming. He's never been comfortable with that world, the cameras, the attention, the pressure. He cares deeply for her, but she thrives on that lifestyle and he doesn't. That clash is what tore them apart before. So there is a video where Ben is talking about going to Times Square with Jennifer Lopez and talking about that frenzy. Check this out, best friend. So, this is what I was saying when they were getting a divorce, that, that I can tell that he likes a very low-key type life. I could tell that he doesn't mind like the red carpets and stuff, but when it comes to like his day-to-day life, where he's being followed by paparazzi day and night, where he's constantly being talked about, where his personal life is overshadowing his work life, which he takes very serious, like J-Lo, that is when it becomes a problem. The difference is that Jennifer loves that. Jennifer, you could see she loves the attention. She loves the paparazzi. She loves the cameras. She loves all of it. So that is very, very sad that that's the reason why they didn't make it. I would see him go to these award shows and look miserable, girl. He'd rather be somewhere getting spanked by Willy Wonka and being force-fed all the damn chocolate cake, like in Matilda, like the little kid was forced to eat all the damn cake. Like, I feel like he would rather be there, or like literally being like seduced by Gypsy Rose. I don't know, girl. Because he always looked miserable in all these award shows. But Jennifer Lopez has to go because she has to get her picture out there. She has to show the world she's still sexy and she's still relevant and this and that. But he doesn't care anymore about that. And there was a rumor that she was the one who allegedly wanted this huge house that they're trying to desperately sell now, and that he wanted a very low-key type house. So, I'm going to tell you something. At that age, you're almost 60 years old, okay? Jennifer has been famous for almost 30 years. If life gave me the chance to be with the guy that I'm supposedly so in love with, and I never stop loving, and he's the love of my life, like Jennifer Lopez states, I would not lose him over fame. I just wouldn't lose him over fame. Fame would not be important for me. For me, what would be important is to have a partner in my life, and to have somebody who I can go home to, who can hold me. Yeah, I would still do my movies, I would still do this, but I wouldn't do a full-ass fucking documentary about our relationship. I wouldn't do the things that she did, drag him to all these damn award shows. I think that J-Lo thinks a lot about attention and about paparazzi and the media and the public and this, that. And I don't think that she thought too much about their life together. And quite honestly, you know, she's going to be an empty nester very soon. And if she had the chance to have love, then that's great. But also, on the other hand, Ben should also understand that that is what she thrives in. So they should have been able to meet halfway. He should have been like, look, I'll go to this, but I don't want to go to all of that. Please don't do the documentary. And she'll be okay, but then I'm going to do an album about, you know, I don't know, girl, just meet halfway, because also you shouldn't change 100% for anybody. You should be able to have a nice common ground. So I just feel like it's really sad. But do I think they're back together? Yes. But I hope and pray that it does not, you know, decline his sobriety, because, you know, working hard to stay sober is very difficult. So my heart goes out to Ben. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you all. Thank you guys so much for watching. And please, once again, take a minute today to just have some self-care, to, you know, be kinder to yourself, and to just, you know, just be nice. I mean, honestly, as you guys can probably tell, you know, for me, my moods go up and down, girl, but I think we're gonna be okay. I know we're gonna be okay. So just be nice to yourself, and hug yourself right now. Give yourself a big hug, because honestly, we're not that great to ourselves, and we're doing the best we can. So I love you all, and we got this. It's gonna be a blessed week. Okay? All right, bye.